Today's live stream is being brought to you by Clari-T Media. Support the San Francisco Dreamkeeper Initiative, recognizing and investing in the diverse Black and African American communities of San Francisco with a wide range of programs to support youth, families, seniors, and members of the Black LGBTQ+ communities. Dreamkeeper San Francisco is fostering hope for generations of Black people to feel free to dream boldly. Visit dreamkeepersf.org today.
Everyone around me in my life told me that I would have a better life when I came to San Francisco. So many trans people come here like refugees from other cities in the United States. As a Black trans woman, as a teenager in San Francisco, I learned very quickly that while San Francisco affirmed me legislatively, socially, I had walked into job interviews and been laughed at. I had been spit on the street.
In a lot of ways, we've been dehumanized and we've been denied access and discriminated against in many, many ways.
When we talk about trans women of color, there are so many layers of oppression that they have to deal with. We realized that if we didn't do something, that the Tenderloin was quickly going to become gentrified and our history was going to be completely erased. If I could describe the transgender cultural district in one sentence, it would be for us, by us.
I think the transgender district affirms that rich history and gives trans people and the broader public access to those moments in history that I think define gay and trans liberation that we know today and the freedoms that we have. I think the work that's happening in the transgender district is laying a foundation for transgender-owned businesses and for transgender people to have housing and be in a area that celebrates their existence and their lives and provides opportunity.
What trans people have to look forward to is having a place where they can come to and say, like, you know, this is for me.
If you'd like to be a guest or suggest show ideas, drop us an email or a direct message. We'd love to hear from you. Clari-T Media, human stories, grassroots solutions. Subscribe, like, follow, and share. The Bay Area Mental Health Hour, Clari-T Conversations and We the People. Building trust for the first time. Out of chaos comes clarity. Clari-T Media.
Rock with a few, drip lit like a spotlight. Just winning, media life spinning, media life spinning.
Hello, everyone. It's Alicia Mayo, the founder and CEO at Clari-T Media. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you who are watching, it is another episode or update for the Dreamkeeper Diary 2022. Clari-T Media is sponsored and funded and supported by Mayor London Breed of San Francisco. The Human Rights Commission and the Board of Supervisors have all gotten together to support Black San Francisco, and that includes me. I am happy to be a part of the Dreamkeeper Initiative as a Dreamkeeper storytelling and narrative shift cohort. Yeah, I was awarded that wonderful grant in August of 2021. And under that Dreamkeeper storytelling and narrative shift cohort, it is my honor to tell human stories and grassroots solutions, to give and share grassroots solutions, and to welcome all of your ideas and solutions here on Clari-T Media about how we can get our stories out, how we can share more information and education with our local Bay Area communities and the larger uh, statewide, countrywide, worldwide messages about Black San Francisco. Okay. So that's what I'm sponsored to do. That's my promise to all of you under the Dreamkeeper Initiative cohort. I promise to tell your stories. Okay. So please reach out to me. Let me know if you are interested in being a part of what I'm doing here. Just reach out to me. Okay. All right. I'm going to include the email. There it is. It's Alicia Mayo at claritymedia.org. Just reach out to me. Let me know what your ideas are. If you have any suggestions or you'd like to be a guest here on Clari-T Media, just reach out. Yeah, reach out. I'll let that ticker run just a little bit. Again, I am honored to be a storytelling and narrative shift cohort under the Dreamkeeper Initiative. And that Dreamkeeper Initiative is all about supporting Black led organizations, Black led businesses, and just Black people from San Francisco. All right? Yeah, we've worked for it, we've earned it. Stay tuned because there are a lot of things coming up regarding um, change making and dream keeping and making sure that the dreams of our ancestors are being fulfilled and that they become reality. All right, that's what we're doing in San Francisco. So I'm proud to be a part of that. Okay, so tonight with the Dreamkeeper Diary, when you think of the Dreamkeeper Diary, I want you to just think of what a diary is all about, right? When we have diaries, we open them up and we hold them in our hands and we pick up a pen or a pencil to share our heartfelt feelings and the things that are important to us, you know, to go into retrospect and to take note of our lives and to spend some time reflecting. And so that's what the Dreamkeeper Diary is all about. It's all about what's happening with the Dreamkeeper Initiative, the people involved with the Dreamkeeper Initiative, information, special events, activities, anything happening regarding Black San Francisco, the Dreamkeeper Diary, the Dreamkeeper Initiative, and all of the work that we're doing to really promote and enhance and improve the lives of Black people in San Francisco. I'm trying to keep track of everything. And so tonight I'm going to just go through my Facebook page. I post a lot of things happening with the Dreamkeeper Initiative and with Black San Francisco on my Facebook page, along with other things, of course. But I definitely will have information here on my Facebook page that I think is important to share about us in the city and what we're doing and other things, like I said. So let's go through it. Let's go through my Facebook page here. Okay, so when you look for me, look for this page. This is my personal page. Okay, so when you get here, you're welcome. Welcome to my home, right? Clari-T Media is all about grassroots solutions and human stories. I also provide marketing and communications along with some technical literacy education. So if you have any things like that related to broadcast, podcasting, live streaming, um, marketing on Facebook or Instagram, as well as on Twitter now or on Google, for your e-commerce business, for your personal brand strategies, um, or just for your image, just for, just trying to connect with folks. If you want to learn how to connect, you want to learn how to promote your business or what you're doing, activities, are a party promoter and that's what you're doing. You're trying to get more traction, you know, on social media, reach out to me. I can work with you on that. So I'm happy to do that as well. All right. So let's go through here and see. And by the way, happy Black History Month. Right? I know. Yeah. We celebrate more than just a month. But this month should be a party. It should be a straight up party all month. Okay. We need to really celebrate. Put it on extra. Get the time in to really celebrate this month. If you don't do it any other time, do it this month. All right. So, yes, pictures, more pictures. Friends, hi, friends. Malik Seneferu. We connected this week, and hopefully, Malik will be bringing some content. There's Malik. Yeah, I want Malik to bring content about his beautiful works. He is an artist out of San Francisco, does beautiful work. Beautiful work. Let's see if I can go to some of his photos here. I think I've gone too far. Malik Seneferu. I think I'm saying his name right. But yeah, if you're watching this, Malik, reach out to me. We have work to do, brother. So much to share. So many beautiful things. He was a part of the of this year's Kwanzaa celebration, and or last year's Kwanzaa celebration. There he is, and it was a beautiful celebration. I was broadcasting the events during that entire week of Kwanzaa, and you guys can watch that back on my YouTube channels. Go to all of my social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere I'm at. You can see content that I'm including on all of my friends like Malik Seneferu, artist extraordinaire and all around good brother out of San Francisco. Great, great work. I'll be bringing some content to you guys about what he's doing in relationship to the spirits and the souls and the creativity and the culture of Black people, particularly from San Francisco. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That's coming up. Remember Black History Month with the San Francisco Human Rights Commission, which is the organization that supports Clari-T Media and the Clari-T Media Dreamkeeper Initiative cohort work that I'm doing. My funding is from the Human Rights Commission. And so I want to read this statement from the Human Rights Commission on Black history and remembering February is Black History Month. Black history is all year, but for the month, let's just remember to educate and celebrate and remember that it's more than a month. Black history recognition and appreciation should be a goal. Definitely Black History Month. All right. All right. There's some information there and the official statement released by the Human Rights Commission. There we are live. African American heroes in Vallejo. That's posted on my page there. I love San Francisco, but I love Black people even more. No matter where they're at, and no matter what they've done, and I want to talk about Black folks because that's who I am. Not leaving anybody else out. Y'all know I love you. And you know who you are. The ones that I really love. Like this brother here with that unfortunate news about his death. Read it here on my Facebook page. And this brother here filed a lawsuit against the NFL about the racism he's experienced. Yeah, we need to, you know, all black history is not good history. We know that. But we need to tell the truth and not be ashamed to tell the truth. Talk about the good and the bad, folks, so that we know where we've come from and we know where we're going. All right. I support Box Seats here with Rodney Perry and the crew. You got to check this show out. It's comedy sports talk. Box Seats with comedian Rodney Perry, right? Really, really great conversations around sports. If you love sports and you love comedy and you love black people and you love black men in particular, check out Box Seats. All right. You can find out more there on my page. Okay. Let me scroll on down. All this information. The Pentagon is deploying 3,000 U.S. American troops to Europe as tensions spike with Russia over Ukraine. They need to get it together because my cousin, who is in North Carolina, who may in fact be a part of those 3,000 going over to Ukraine to protect those folks. Putin and all them other folks, y'all need to get it together. No reason why these young men and women should be going over there to deal with all of that. Yeah, me with some tips on success, like color your hair at home, work out while you have Vaseline moisturizing your skin, and multitask, do work on top of work. Read all about it. Okay, so here's some information from the Office of Racial Equity, which is a division of the San Francisco Human Rights Commission. Become a member of the Justice and Equity for Transformation Advisory Council. Join the Office of Racial Equality or Racial Equity for the first virtual community sessions of 2022. Learn about their work and how you can get involved with the transformation of racial equity and what it looks like for Black people in San Francisco. That virtual meeting is happening, it looks like on 2 days, Wednesday, February 9th at 6 p.m., Friday, February 11th. You can register in advance by going to bit.ly/Feb OREJET. Okay. Or go to my Facebook page, tap on See More, and tap on that link right there. Okay, you guys? All right. How to pay for college. San Francisco Unified School District's African American Achievement and Leadership Initiative, in partnership with High School Leadership and Parent Advisory Council and other community partners in San Francisco, presents How to Pay for College. It's a Black Family Financial Aid workshop happening February 3rd from 6 till 8 p.m. And there is the tinyurl.com link. Tap on it, get the information, get signed up. Okay? Our children, our young people. Marketing for the Culture happening in Atlanta. Great summit. I'm interested in that. If you're interested, tap on. Thank you for joining me for the Dreamkeeper Diary. It is Alicia Mayo, the founder and CEO of Clari-T Media. Glad you joined me for the Dreamkeeper Diary. Just another episode and update of what's happening. Okay. My Sister's Keeper Expo 2022 with Tamika D. Mallory and Angela Davis and host Tina Brown. That's happening May 14th. 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. Is it virtual? Doesn't look like it's virtual, folks. You may have an opportunity to go and be a part of something great in person. Yeah, there's the link there if you want more information, okay? All right. Bridge Good. Bridge Good. The great folks over at Bridge Good, including Sean Tai, over there doing great work with young folks, young graphic artists, people trying to build their user interface and user exchange careers. Check out Bridge Good. Looks like they are raising funds so that they can continue to bring no cost education to young men and women, particularly young men and women of color who want exposure to the graphic arts world and to the user interface and user exchange world to understand what it's all about and how you can create a career for yourself or a side hustle or something like that, in creative services. Check out Bridge Good, all right? Go to bridgegood.org or go here to my Facebook page. Tap on here to go and visit. Okay, they're located in Oakland, in Jack London Square. Tell Sean Tai, the founder, executive director of Bridge Good, that I sent you. Okay, he's a great guy. Great guy. Sean Tai over there at Bridge Good. And check out this conversation that I had with this great gentleman and his daughter, Bree, Lamar, Bree, myself, and Carmen. Carmen is a former or retired corporal in the military, and she is also a clinical psychologist or clinical social worker. Yeah, clinical social worker. And we talked about the 4 Supreme Court justice nominees, African American women. Some of you may have heard about this, who are all married to European men or Caucasian or light skinned or however you want to call it. They're not married to men who look like them. And there's a controversy for whatever reason, rightfully so. People think that, think some things. They think some things. How about that? And so we get into it here. Go check out that conversation. So I'm going to give myself a thumbs up for it because it was so good. Like Mindful Nicole said, this was deep and liberating. Thanks. And she gave us a heart there. That's cool. And Carmen, the clinical social worker, says, Alicia Mayo, yes, let's do it. Reaching the world. It was refreshing meeting you and exchanging information. Yeah, Carmen is a great woman. Very, very highly, highly intelligent and so easy to understand. Her clinical psychology or her clinical social approach is so on point. It's so down to earth and so real. Like she tells it like it is. And the conversation was much like talking with a sister or a neighbor, and it was very straightforward, very clear cut, but it's all rooted and based in statistical analysis, research, and all of that. She brings the facts. So check out the conversation. Really great conversation. And from the office of Mayor London Breed, there is a Bridge to Excellence scholarship program where young folks can apply online. The application address is there. It's sfmayor, SFMAYOR, sfmayor.org/bridge to success. Okay. And the eligibility for this scholarship program includes that the student must be a San Francisco Unified School District high school senior graduating in spring 2022. They must have a minimum cumulative grade point average of 3.20 at the time of graduation, okay? And they must be able to demonstrate significant financial need. Be the first in your family to attend a 4-year college and demonstrate some leadership skills. So those are just a few of the eligibility requirements. Sounds like, a great scholarship program, because if they're putting that much weight on the students, that means that the students have already carried the weight, carried the load, And so I'm sure that this scholarship opportunity. Here it says, if chosen, each student will receive an award up to $2,500. So that's nice. Share that with any San Francisco Unified School District high school seniors. It's there on my page if you need more information, okay? And remember to eat, drink, water, stretch, pray, and smile at least once a day. That is my advice to all of you guys. Some folks are like, oh, Alicia, you're just, yeah, that's nice of you to remind us. Thank you so much. You're so kind. Well, it's easy to let the basic things get away when we have so many other things going on in our lives. That's for sure. So that's why I'm bringing you the Dreamkeeper Diary with all of my entries into my personal diary, things that I think are important to remember, events, activities, people, and all of that. And I'll get back to more for you in the next couple of minutes here. I'll be on just for a few more minutes. But for now, I'll run a few ads here, take care of a little bit of business. I'll be right back. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me.
Today's live stream is being brought to you by the San Francisco Dreamkeeper Initiative Storytelling and Narrative Shift Cohort, supporting Black San Francisco as we dream boldly and tell our stories. BlackFacts.com, the world's largest encyclopedia of Black facts, and Clari-T Media, human stories and grassroots solutions, because out of chaos comes clarity. Clari-T Media.
Hi, I'm Ken Granderson, and I'm the co-founder and chief technology officer of BlackFacts.com.
Hello, my name is Dale Dowdy, and I am the CEO and co-founder of BlackFacts.com. There are so many ways that you can get behind BlackFacts.com and help tell our stories with technologies that we own. We started BlackFacts back in the Wild West days of the internet, 1997. We wanted to create a place where there's a one-stop shop for all things Black history.
As technologists and entrepreneurs, we built our businesses on the internet, and we brought BlackFacts along with us. We grew it incrementally alongside our other technology companies.
It looks like a computer game, but surprise, this is a history lesson.
While BlackFacts is the world's first searchable online Black history site, back then I actually assumed that there were many other players in the Black history space that would have more content and resources than we did. Little did I foresee that more and more schools would stop teaching history, Black history in particular, and more parents and students and teachers would be concerned about knowing their culture and would seek that information online, eventually coming to BlackFacts.com.
Who knew that almost 25 years later, our site would be the #1 listing in all the major search engines with over 1.6 million monthly visitors? In 2018, when we realized that still nobody else had done anything even vaguely similar, we decided to focus our time, energy, and resources into growing BlackFacts into what we always knew it could be. So, pick your metaphor.
Google for Black stuff.
Black Wikipedia.
W.E.B. Du Bois Encyclopedia Africana. You get the idea.
Since then, we've invested countless hours redesigning and re-architecting BlackFacts from its original text-oriented system into an image and video-rich, responsive, and AI-driven content analysis, management, and syndication platform intended to empower journalists, educators, community leaders, and regular people to share our stories.
Who's the astronaut? That's the first astronaut!
So, we're raising funds to expand the depth and expertise of our team and to make strategic investments in marketing. With an expanded team, we have 8 potential revenue streams that we can execute on while still remaining relatively small.
We need to get the word out that we've been here for 25 years, and over the next 25 years, BlackFacts will become the ultimate resource for our shared history.
You can join our mailing list. You can post about us on your social media. You can become a premium member of the site. You can become a corporate sponsor. Or Tell your company about our diversity web widgets that can play hundreds of Black History videos on your diversity page. Black Facts is the place to go for all Black people throughout the world so that we can be informed, educated, inspired, and empowered in an era where more and more are realizing that we must create our own solutions to the challenges that we face.
Let me hear the reading.
Freeing yourself was one thing. Claiming ownership of that freed self was another.
All right. Good evening, everybody. It's Alicia. I want to share Black Facts, the page with you, because it is Black History Month. Yeah. Perfect time to share some Black Facts. How about that? Perfect time to share Black Facts with you, right? Right. Perfect time to share my picture. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm also testing out the new StreamYard software because they've added a bunch of new things to the stream. And I am trying to, yeah, okay, there we go. I just love new things. I love new things. Do you guys love new things? Being on StreamYard and learning about these new software programs and everything, all the technical stuff is like Christmas Day for me. I'm a geeky girl over here. I love trying new things. Oh my goodness. Let me see here. So let me see what I can do here to switch this out. There we go. See you guys. But I have double layers on, so let me take one of these layers off, and then get a chance to see some of my new overlays. So I created this overlay here. Let's see, where you can see here in the bottom left, or on my bottom left. I think it's your bottom left too. You can see my all of my social media handles down the bottom left. For Facebook, you'll find me at Clari-T Media or Alicia Mayo News or Alicia Mayo. On LinkedIn, you'll find me as Alicia Mayo. On Instagram, you'll find me at radiotvqueen.alicia. On YouTube, you'll find me under, or the content under Clari-T Media Incorporated. And on Twitter, go to at Alicia, what does it say? Oh no. What's my YouTube my Twitter handle, y'all? Does anybody know it? I should be running it in the ticker, but yeah. I've got a lot of stuff that I could be doing. It's Radio TV Alicia on Twitter. Radio TV Alicia on Twitter. Okay. Bottom left corner. Just read it. Just read it, folks. Just read it. Welcome to the Dreamkeeper Diary. Alicia Mayo, founder CEO here at Clari-T Media, welcoming all of you. Thank you for tuning in. This is a chance for me to just connect with you guys and to let you know what is happening with the Dreamkeeper initiative. Yes, we are working really hard to make sure that Black San Francisco gets what we need, what we deserve, what we've worked hard for. And when I say we, I'm talking about generations of families, at least 4 that I can point to in my own family, okay, of living and working in San Francisco, trying to maintain a livelihood and raise our families and all of that. And some of us, unfortunately, could not afford to remain in San Francisco or had difficult times living in San Francisco. And because of all of the history like that, we will receive reparations. We will. But how we receive reparations or repairs for the damage will be up to us individually and as families. We have to start keeping track of everything that happens with us, whether it's on the job in San Francisco, or in, you know, our daily lives, paying taxes. I mean, on public transportation, receiving health care, making sure that we can educate our children fairly and equally, and, across the board in all areas of life. If you are Black in America, you need to keep track of the discriminations or the injustices and the things that are not right. Keep track of it. Build your cases so that when it's time to take folks to court over it, you'll be prepared. You will win your cases, and you will prove and show that you deserve to be compensated or treated fairly, given the same opportunities, or, you know, given what they never planned to share. And it may not be equal, it may be a whole lot more than they ever imagined having, because they amassed all of the wealth. Now they got to give it back. They fill in the blank. It's personal and very specific to your own lives and your own families, but build your cases. Okay? That's what I have to say about reparations. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Let me move on. Let me move on. So I wanted to share Black facts with all of you. Okay. I wanted to share Black facts. So let me StreamYard. Y'all changing the widgets, and I can't see myself doing what I'm trying to do. Okay. So here we are on the Black Facts YouTube channel. So Black Facts is one of Clari-T Media's partners. And when I say partners, we're in partnership to share each other's content. We have agreed that we will support each other. And this is how I'm supporting Black Facts and the two brothers that you guys saw, Dale and Ken Granderson, and what they're doing and what they've been doing for years. And that is collecting these Black facts, right? Look at all of this. So this is the YouTube channel, Black Facts, right? The world's largest encyclopedia for Black facts. And let me tell you guys, when you get to the page, you will see so much information here that they've amassed. All right. So much information is here for us. And if we're homeschooling, what a great tool to use for the education. Okay. Some folks will call this critical race theory. I call it Black history. Okay. Black history. There's the fact of the day. Let me just run this. Well, let me see. There's so much here. Let's see. And oh gosh. First, how about this? Okay, because this is unusual. The first intercollegiate football game was played. Let's check it out here. Okay.
BlackFacts.com presents the Black Fact of the Day for December 27th. First Black intercollegiate football games played. It was between Livingston College and Biddle College, which eventually changed its name to Johnson C. Smith University. The Livingston Bears were formally organized in the fall of 1892. Biddle won the game 5-0 after the teams played two 45-minute halves on Livingston's front lawn. Livingston College is a private, historically Black, four-year college in Salisbury, North Carolina, affiliated with the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church. The men of Biddle had to study the game of football for 2 years before mounting the challenge to Livingston, which formed its team the year of their game. According to historians of the game, women who worked and studied Livingston's industrial department fashioned the teams with uniforms and outfitted street shoes with cleats. Learn Black History. Teach Black History at blackfacts.com.
All right. How cool is that, you guys? How cool is that? The world's largest encyclopedia for Black facts, right there on YouTube. You can go to it and get some really cool information, really great vetted information. These guys know what they're doing at Black Facts, and they've been doing it for a long time. They're technologists who, wanted to tell our stories. And so here it is, Black History Month, every month, all year. And that's some information there you can check out all year, every month at blackfacts.com. This is Alicia Mayo, the founder and CEO of Clari-T Media, Black woman owned Clari-T Media. Happy to be with you tonight. I know it's getting late, but I'm a night owl. I do a lot of things late night like this. And I'm also testing out my new StreamYard features here. It's my technical switching software that I'm using to bring all of this content to all of you guys. And so I am happy again that you have joined me. So I'm going to share another screen. I'm going to do this live all while you are with me. I'm going to share another YouTube channel that I found that is so cool. Let's see, Chrome. Yeah, on San Francisco history. And it's the San Francisco Historical Society YouTube channel. I suggest anyone who's interested in Black history of San Francisco or the history of Black San Francisco, however you want to say it, Black people in San Francisco. If you'd like to learn more, go check out the San Francisco Historical Society YouTube channel. And then tap on videos here, okay? And then scroll on down and start reading those titles. And so before I went live, I was scrolling down and reading the titles and thinking, okay, what can I share tonight with everyone that's not too long, but has some, okay, well, the African American history in the first century, that's 58 minutes. That's long, but that sounds interesting. Black pioneers in San Francisco's early days. Now, that's 36 minutes, but let's check it out. Let's see what's here.
Because even though there were very few people.
Oh, okay. Let me rewind.
Hold on.
Hold on. Now, nice young man here talking about the Black community in San Francisco. Let me back up a little bit and see what he's talking about. Oh, he was holding up a book, y'all. Go do some great thing. Black pioneers of British Columbia. Wow. Doesn't that seem interesting? With author and educator Crawford Killian. Black Pioneers in San Francisco's Early Days with author and educator Crawford Killian. You guys need to go check that out because he speaks.
It was famously known as the Pig War.
What?
That was because the Hudson's Bay Company had a farm.
The what? The pig war. Ooh. Don't that sound interesting, y'all? See, go check that out. Go check it out. Go see what he's talking about. I listened to about 20 minutes of it one night, but I don't remember what he was talking about. So I'd have to go back again and watch it again. But it sounds really interesting. Ooh, hold on, y'all. Hold on now. Ooh, I got a phone call. I gotta take here, but I'm not gonna take it because I'm in the middle of showing you guys around on the Historical Society page. Let me see. There was something I wanted to share with y'all that I found was really interesting, and a brother was speaking.
And it's not this here, integrating San Francisco's grocery stores and chains. It's not that. But I think it must be
Go
this.
before World War II.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. It is. Okay, so let's check this out. I'll let it run for you guys
I'm
while
Len Holmes, and
I'll let it run. Sorry, I'll let it run for you guys while I go and make my answer this call, and I'll be right back. Okay, check this out.
For introduction, my name is Len Holmes, and Lana and I are pairing up on this presentation. You want to take it away, Lana?
Sure, absolutely. Hi, everyone. I'm Lana Costantini with the San Francisco Historical Society. Welcome to our presentation about African American history in 19th century California. Our presenter tonight is Jesse Warr. Jesse is a member of the San Francisco Tour Guide Guild. I'd also like to introduce Len Holmes, who's the president of the Tour Guide Guild. And Len's going to say a few words about the Guild and then introduce Jesse. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and I hope you enjoy the presentation.
Okay, thank you, Lana. Yes, I'm Len Holmes, and have been affiliated with the San Francisco Tour Guide Guild now for going on 7 years. And we have about 150 guides, and last year we did over 20, it might have been even closer to 30 virtual presentations. And it's a delight and a pleasure for us to be able to share content and one of our guides and his knowledge, his unique knowledge with the San Francisco Historical Society tonight. And that person would be Jesse Warr, and he's got an interesting history from East Coast beginnings, and then he came out to the West Coast and worked professionally in some interesting jobs and has made a name for himself as a tour guide here on the West Coast or in San Francisco particularly. And so I'd allow me to introduce Jesse Warr, a friend in town. Jesse, take it away.
Good evening. Within the next hour or so, I'll be trying to pique your interest in some of the often overlooked individuals and events that led to the African American communities of today's Northern California. I will try to keep this presentation to an hour, and we'll be happy to take questions afterwards. A little about my qualifications to speak on this topic. I received a bachelor's degree in American Studies from Amherst College in Central Massachusetts, then spent a year at Yale in its PhD program. Upon leaving Yale, I took a teaching job, teaching high school in inner city St. Louis. Turned out to be my favorite job ever, but I left after 4 years, having been admitted into UC Berkeley's PhD program. That's relevant because when I was there, my thesis was on Mary Ellen Pleasant, a woman who was little known to the larger community at the time. And she was an irascible, eccentric, colorful, fearless Black pioneer. I'll talk a little bit more about her later. I fell into a job after graduate school with the Friends of the San Francisco Public Library, where I got to interview about 22 people who were descendants of Black immigrants who settled in the Bay Area before World War II. And I've only recently discovered that my interviews have all been transcribed and are available online as part of the San Francisco Public Library's rare book collection. Now, this is the only part that's going to be, okay, let's see if we can get my slides going. Okay. I want to get them full screen. How do I do that?
Slideshow. Up at the top, slideshow.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah. Great. These are some of the topics I'm going to touch on. The origin of the name California, which most of us local tour guides are very aware of. The concept of race in New Spain, which California was a part of, is different from it was in the English-speaking eastern part of what's now the United States. There were Black settlers who were here during the gold rush. What did the 1850 compromise mean for Black people living in California? Who was Alexander Lattice-Dorff? What status was slavery in California? Was there such a thing in a free state? The fact that blacks lived, there was no predominantly black community in San Francisco before World War II, but there were some churches, and around those churches, one of which was in Chinatown, today's Chinatown, there were a critical mass of black people. There were campaigns to get the right to testify in court. There were colored conventions all over the United States, and there were California colored conventions, opportunities for black people to get together to address their issues. Long before Rosa Parks, about 90 years, there were two women in San Francisco who challenged black people's access to public transit. Just want to mention Delilah Beasley, an important journalist and historian. Then I'll get around to Mrs. Pleasant again. I just learned the other day, so I wanted to introduce you to Sam McDonald, who was a conservationist and philanthropist. And he left a considerable acreage of old growth redwood trees. He bought that land and he gave that to the state. Well, he gave it to various agencies, and now it's in part of Sam McDonald State Park, which is right here in the Bay Area. I had never heard of him before a week or two ago. Rick Penn did a great presentation a few days ago to the Society about Buffalo Soldiers, so I'll just touch on them. I want to talk about the PPIE, the Pan-Pacific International Exposition of 1915. It was nicknamed the Jewel City, and it was a black girl who gave it that name. I want to talk just briefly about how black African Americans were being portrayed in popular culture, so you can understand just what people were seeing every day about themselves in the media. A couple of black first, Josephine Cole and her husband, Audley, I met them, so I wanted to talk about them. They're more in the second 200 years, but at least I wanted to bring them to your attention. And then I will close with Paul Revere Williams, the first black African American to be admitted to the AIA, the Architectural Association. Okay. Growing up on the East Coast, we were told that this was a California girl. She was young and blonde, fit, carefree. Apparently, she surfed all day and partied all night. Apparently, did not need a job. But I want to introduce you to the original California girl, the mythical queen, Calafia, for whose domain our state is actually named. And this mural is from one of our luxury hotels up on Nob Hill. If you go into the Room of the Dons, there's Calafia and two of her warriors. How did this happen? Well, in 1510, there was a popular fantasy novel in Spain that talked about an island in a remote part of the world that was ruled by mujeres negras, black women, strong, beautiful warrior women who kept griffins as pets. And any man who came to this island was killed and fed to the griffins. The queendom was called California. But why Calafia? Why Queen Calafia? That's where actual black history comes in. Many scholars believe that Calafia derives from Caliph, the title of the Muslim monarchs who ruled Spain and Portugal for nearly 700 years. Europeans were aware and often envious of these Moors, many of whom were black Africans, former slaves or recruits serving as soldiers and cavalry of the Emirates in Spain and Portugal. Most of them came from what is now today Mauritania and Senegal in West Africa. So in the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, you get images of black people like Shakespeare's Othello, they're rich, they're exotic, they're powerful. In many Renaissance paintings, the third of the three kings is often black, clothed in rich fabrics, presenting gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So Black history, actual Black history, is interwoven almost invisibly into the very name of our state. In Spanish-speaking Western Hemisphere, they developed something called a casta system. And this was a way to account for the fact that people of Native American, Spanish, and African descent were in fact mixing and creating new generations. And how do you account for these people? They had names for them. This is this image on the screen is from about the 1820s or maybe earlier in Mexico.
Oh, wow. You guys.
And so these are kind of romanticized versions. You have a Black man, a presumably Spanish woman, and their child would be a mulatto. And then you have people.
All right, you guys, Alicia here. I hope you guys are enjoying this information, or I hope you see that there's a lot of great information to be shared on the Historical Society YouTube channel there. So make sure you guys check it out. African American history in the first century of California. There's so much more to learn. Oh my gosh, got pictures there and more information about California, Chinatown, and how African Americans existed in California. My gosh, there are more pictures there. Jeez, there's so much. Mary Ellen Pleasant in her 70s as a young woman. There's just so much to discover on YouTube, you guys. I mean, so much to discover on YouTube, but I'm particularly interested in certain subjects. I have my favorites, and that includes the history of Black people in San Francisco. As far as I know, my family arrived in San Francisco in the mid 40s, late 50s. My great uncle, Uncle Nicholas Alexander, he was in San Francisco really early with my grandfather's sister. That was her husband. And he helped build the Bay Bridge, or build some part of the Bay Bridge. And yeah, he did a lot of construction work in the Bay Area, but ended up getting injured pretty seriously. I don't know if he was injured. I kind of remember a story about him being injured while doing that work on the Bay Bridge. And he fell and broke both of his legs. And as an older man, he had a really interesting walk and kind of a hobble as a result. Yeah. Little bit of history there about my family. Grandfather served in the military in the U.S. Navy, and when he left Jackson, Mississippi, and he left with my grandmother and my mother, who was a little girl, and all of his sisters. He brought them all to California, to the Bay Area, and started work immediately. He worked at the Naval Shipyard in Hunters Point, and ended up working at Mount Zion Hospital, now California Pacific Medical Center, working in the dietary department or in the kitchen at the hospital, along with my grandmother. And they went from there to create their own catering business, where they catered special events for people around the city, and they had a regular contract that lasted for years and years and years with the Jewish Brotherhood Temple on Brotherhood Way, where they were kosher caterers, African American kosher caterers. Okay, so I grew up on matzo ball soup, matzo crackers. Yes, I could filter fish. Yeah, great memories, great history.
Okay, great information there I can share with all of you guys about my family and the history of San Francisco and Black folks in San Francisco in particular. Right? All interesting information and all true. And I am working to create mini documentary series or features or profiles about Black families, Black people in San Francisco. I just completed shooting work with Citizen Film on African American seniors in the Tenderloin. I'm really excited about that. It is still in post production, and we'll release that as soon as we get it all completed. I'll be covering my family history and experience. I'll um, cover some other families and some other folks, um, Black folks out of San Francisco. And I want to invite anybody out there listening or tuning in tonight to send me a hello or send me your email information. If you have some stories to tell, we can set up the interview. We can exchange the information however you want to do it. If you want to just do audio only like this, or you don't want to come on live and show your face if you're not comfortable being on camera, then you can sit and have an audio conversation with me like this. Um, you know, however, whatever makes you comfortable. All right. Okay. All right. So make sure you reach out to me. Let me include my email address for all of you. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah. So if you're interested in being a guest, or you have a show suggestion, or you want to just make some comments about the content, reach out to me at Mayo Alicia, the number 4, at gmail.com. I have different email addresses for different things. So again, if you have a comment, a show suggestion, or you're interested in being a guest on Clari-T Media, reach out to me at mailalicia number 4 at gmail.com. I'll let that ticker run a little bit longer there, you guys. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me go back here to my Facebook page. I still need to share more. I'm going to go just a few more minutes now. I got my telephone conversation completed, and I said good night to my loved one. I will go back here to my Facebook page and include some more info about the things that I have on my page that I've been wanting to share. So I post things on my page because I want to share. I want you to know what's happening, what's good. All right. So let's see here. All right, let me scroll on down. We went through a lot of information tonight. If you missed anything, please check out this recording at a later date. All the information will repeat. All you had to do is press play. We went through all of this. We went through this. We didn't go to this. What's this? Oh, okay. An article about an Ohio rapper who uses music programming to combat depression and anxiety amongst Black male youth. Great conversation there. I read it. I'm going to give it another thumbs up or a thumbs up, right? And some more information about suicide and the warnings of suicide. Carmen Jenkins is a clinical social worker who was a guest on a podcast with myself and Lamar Dillingham, and they talked about the signs and the risk, warning signs of acute suicide risk. Are you thinking about suicide? And there's some great information there. When you recognize that someone is exhibiting warning signs, it's okay to ask directly. Okay? It's okay to ask them directly. Okay? If you see someone abusing alcohol and they have spoken and said some things, or acting as if they have no reason to live, no sense of purpose in life, experiencing anxiety, some agitation you're noticing, unable to sleep, and, a sense of hopelessness and feeling any of these things. Yeah, these are signs, warning signs that someone is exhibiting, uh, who may be in trouble. Doesn't hurt to ask. Doesn't hurt to ask. And that information is there. It's more, just basic information about what to look for and how to handle it. And of course, there's let's see, I think it's 1-800-863-2644. Hold on, let's see. The suicide prevention hotline number. Let me go to it. Suicide prevention hotline number. You guys can always find it, okay? Crisis hotline, right? Let's see. I don't like this music that's playing. Let me switch some music around here for us, okay? Bear with me here. Thanks for joining me here on Clari-T Media. Dream Keeper Diary. The Dream Keeper Diary. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you're tuned into. All right, so let's see. I'm looking for the hotline number for suicide prevention hotline number. There it is, 1-800-273-TALK. 1-800-273-TALK. Let me type that in here for you guys, okay? If you or someone you know needs to speak to someone, if you're ever feeling like, you just need someone to talk to, feeling a type of way, no shame, no shame. Please know that there is no shame. Pick up the telephone, dial 1-800-273-TALK. Okay? Feeling some type of way, you need somebody to talk to, pick up the telephone. Pick up the telephone. Dial 1-800-273-8255. Okay? Hold on, let me type in one more thing for you guys. That's the number for the suicide prevention hotline. Okay? There we go. 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255. That's the suicide prevention hotline. If any of you are feeling like you need somebody to talk to, you got a lot on your mind, right? You feeling some anxiety, some depression, some sadness. You're isolated. You don't have family members or lots of friends. Nobody's calling this week. Reach out to someone on that hotline, right? If you don't feel like you can reach out to one of your Facebook friends, you have Facebook friends only for scrolling purposes or only for trolling purposes. You don't feel comfortable reaching out to not one of your 2,000 or 5,000 Facebook friends. Just say, hey, I need somebody to talk to or talk with. Call that number, 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255. That's the suicide prevention hotline. Okay? So, I created the Bay Area Mental Health Hour in 2016 because there are family members of mine who deal with mental health related issues. And I myself at times deal with anxiety. And I haven't been diagnosed with any, you know, with any of the diagnosis, the clinical diagnosis. But I know when I'm anxious, overly anxious, stressing out way too much, worrying about things all of the time, to the point where I can't even sleep. I have friends and I have folks that I can talk with. And sometimes I don't reach out to them, Sometimes I won't say anything. I'll just, try to find, excuse me, I'll be honest. Sometimes I want to find something to do, go work out, go to a concert by myself. You guys see me doing a lot of things alone. Those are the times when I need to just chill and have some time to myself. I'll go out and just do something special for myself, and I call it something special for me. That's just one way of taking care of myself. I recommend you guys try it sometimes. We don't do enough of it, that's for sure. We don't take care of ourselves enough, right? All right, what else is going on my page that I wanted to share with you? Really important stuff that I post here always. Everything that I post on my Facebook page is something that's important to me. And tonight on the Dreamkeeper Diary, I'm sharing my diary entries in a way. Yeah. So these posts and all of these entries and all of the activities that I share on my Facebook page are about things that are important to me, and they're expressions of thoughts and feelings that I share publicly without saying it. I post it, and I hope that you guys all get something from my post. Okay. That's what social media is all about. It's all about being social, talking when you need to talk. And if you cannot talk or you don't feel comfortable talking, then hopefully you are posting things that express your feelings. And when we are reading each other's posts, we should keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, that the things that you're seeing on someone's page that they're posting about are ways of expressions or forms of expression. Okay. Whether they make us feel happy or sad, or, full of joy and make us laugh and all that stuff. We are human. We have human stories, and we have to express ourselves. And so it's important to remember that, again, when you're on someone's page, respect them enough to take everything that they've posted seriously and let it be a reflection of who they are, to a degree, not completely, because if you're not hearing it come from their mouths, if you don't see them say it or whatever, don't just assume that they agree with everything they're posting. But a lot of what people post on social media are extensions or expressions of their own personal beliefs, thoughts, ideas, etc. Okay. Let's see. What is this? The all black group preparing to climb Mount Everest. Wow. Talking about Black history. Climbing Mount Everest. All right. Okay. I guess Black folks do climb mountains in cold weather. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Let's see. Oh. The White House says President Biden will choose a Black woman for the Supreme Court of the United States. And here are the nominees. Yes, we got 7 sisters. Woo! What a beautiful picture. I love this picture. Don't y'all love this picture? Yes. Amen to that. And of course, there's some controversy around us black women. Okay, we cannot walk through a building without controversy. The way my hips sway and the way I throw my head and throw up my hand, and the attitude and the eye contact and the pride and the confidence I express when I walk. Let me give that a heart. Yeah. There's controversy. Don't believe the hype, y'all. Don't believe the hype. It's a good thing that a black woman will be nominated. But they will take her through hell, honey. Hell and high water. Believe that. Believe that. But we will have the opportunity to witness yet another sister show us what she's made of. Yes. She will display her black magic. I'm proud. I am proud. Proud to be a black woman. Proud to be a San Francisco Dream Keeper. Part of the inaugural Dream Keeper initiative, redirecting millions of dollars from San Francisco governments full of surplus money, full of money, but not taking a moment to remember that some of those dollars can be used to support black families, black youth, black seniors in San Francisco who are all just the fiber, the actual lifeblood of San Francisco. I said it and I mean it. Yeah. Google us, boo. Google us. Black San Francisco. All right. Well, as you know, Clari-T Media narratives are based on human connections and grassroots solutions. This is what I'm all about here. If you have a story to tell, you'd like to be a guest here on Clari-T Media, reach out to me. Reach out to me. Thank you so much for tuning in to Clari-T Media. We appreciate it here. We appreciate your time and consideration and all of that. Okay, let's see here. I want to share that email address again. Yeah. So there's the email address to reach me. mayoalicia4@gmail.com. But if you'd like to advertise and promote with Clari-T Media, digital marketing and brand strategy, reach out to me here. Okay, reach out to me at Alicia Mayo at claritmedia.org. Alicia R. Mayo at claritmedia.org. Lord Jesus, I have to consolidate all of these emails eventually. Oh, goodness gracious. But, it's important that I receive your information that's appropriate and specific to your messages, okay? Try to separate and categorize everything. It's important. Yeah, so I've got more articles, but I really, really, really wanted to share articles regarding Black San Francisco and Black History Month. So let's see here. There's some information on the Latinas and speakers of me doing my Janet Jackson rendition and all that. You guys got to watch it. Crazy. I've done stand-up comedy, and you guys may or may not know. Let's see, is this a video? My days of stand-up comedy were so much fun. Okay, let me turn down the music. I'm going to play this. Okay, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this for you guys. Okay, so let's see. I posted this on Instagram. Check it out. Let's see. Ooh. Can I get the... Oh, here it is. Here's the sound. Oh, Lord. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Listen, 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 listen. Oh, Lord. Okay. That's not the whole story. And I did curse. And I did. And I do. Oh Lord. Okay, 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 okay. I shouldn't be cursing you guys. I really shouldn't. I really, really, really shouldn't be cursing. But sometimes I do. And I do. Unapologetically. Unapologetically. What's new on Netflix? Go check that out. Happy 100th birthday to Queen Isola of Bayview Hunters Point. Let me read this. This is Black history right here, y'all. Happy 100th birthday. And this is an article written in the Bayview National Black newspaper. Happy 100th birthday to Queen Isola of Bayview Hunters Point. There she is. This was an article just recently written. And let's see, January 27th. All right. And here it is, Miss Isola, a pillar of her community. And the Bayview Hunters Point watches over the neighborhood from her porch in February last year. Isola was born Isola M. Cujo in Sasquatch, Oklahoma. Sasquatch. Sasaqua. Sasaqua. Wow, say that again. Sasaqua, Oklahoma. Sasaqua, Oklahoma. Interesting. She was born there. So can you imagine the other black folks that were there? After graduating from Langston University with a degree in business administration, she moved to Delano, California. That's in the Central Valley with her mother, stepfather, sister, and brother, where she began her activism working closely with the late Cesar Chavez. Wow. Isola was small in stature, but her voice could be heard loud and clear as she worked tirelessly for the rights of others. From Delano, she moved to Richmond, California, where she began singing with the blues great B.B. King and other notable blues musicians. Wow. 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 There's a picture of her and her family. She is on the front left um, there, and she's with her sister Lucille, front right. I wonder if B.B. King was writing and singing about this Lucille. Front right, and she's at a home going um, in May 2006. This picture was taken then. Okay. Wow. In the back is author and Isola's fourth daughter, Kathy Frierson. And on the back left with her cousin, Denise, back right. Oh, wow. Kathy Frierson and her cousin, Denise, Isola, and her sister, Lucille. Wow, what a great history. It says at the point of when she moved to Richmond, she found her long lost brother who was in the military, going home with him and his wife to San Francisco. Oh, wow. That happened in my family too. A lot of family members got together and followed each other. My grandfather followed his sister and her husband, and my grandfather's other sisters followed my grandfather and his wife and daughter and other sisters. Yeah, so the migration happened, and with Miss Isola here, it says that following her move to San Francisco, she met and married Betha Leon Frierson, and they had 5 children. Wow. She was celebrating her 80th birthday here. That's cool. With the crown. Next to her niece, Billy Ann, and to her right is her former sister in law, Ella Ray. That's cool, still being tight. Sisterhood. That's what sisterhood is all about. Ex sister in law or former sister in law. I'm still close to my former sister in law. Jennifer. Anyway, in 1968, Miss Isola became a single parent but continued with her activist passion. Isola Frierson started working for the Economic Opportunity Council shortly thereafter, remaining with the ELC for over 40 years. And in those years, she assisted thousands of youths in San Francisco in the Sunnydale, Bayview, and Fillmore areas, specializing in summer job placement, providing meals to needy families, and in the area of counseling troubled youth. God bless her for that. Oh, Black History in San Francisco on my page is where you can find it. I'm gonna give that a heart. Yeah, I love social media, but on this night, it was a real distraction. I burnt a bunch of my slice and bake cookies, and I was running out of slice and bake cookies. And yeah, congratulations to the 49ers for getting as far as they did. And congratulations to Garoppolo for doing the best that he could and now being traded. And I didn't say that. Did I say that? Anyway, moving right along. Congratulations to these young folks for being accepted to the black colleges. Yes. San Francisco State's Step 2 college program has graduated all of these young folks. All of these young folks. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, that's the San Francisco Step 2 college program. And thank you, San Francisco Black Wall Street, for posting that. Anything I can share that's good news about black folks, I'm going to share it. I want to also say hello to anybody tuning in with me late night, which looks like there's nobody here tuning in tonight on the Dreamkeeper Diary. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. It is late. It's even late for me, but I had to get this done so that you guys would have the updates on what's happening for Black History Month, sharing some great information. And you can watch this later. You don't have to stay up now. You can watch it later. Go ahead, tuck yourselves in, sleep tight, sleep with the angels, and all of that. And watch this later. Share it with your friends and family. Subscribe to my YouTube channels and like my content and all of that. Here's some information I think is important. Share some information about San Francisco city jobs. Oh, goodness gracious. Now when I expand that, let me see. Here we go. Can't see it there. San Francisco city job fairs. That is happening in San Francisco. Make sure I'm not missing anything before I get into this. It's happening January 15th. Oh, no. January 22nd, that passed. No. Okay. All right. So we're here in February. February 12th. That's the next city job fair. February 12th. It'll happen at the Hamilton Recreation Center, 1900 Gary Boulevard in San Francisco. Again, February 12th, 2022, at the Hamilton Recreation Center in San Francisco at 1900 Gary Boulevard. The job fair will include employers like the San Francisco Recreation and Parks Department. They're looking for camp leaders and assistants, recreation leaders. The San Francisco International Airport, the Sheriff's Department, the Police Department, the Fire Department, San Francisco Public Library, San Francisco Municipal Transportation Authority, the Public Health Department, Public Utilities Department, the Assessor's Office, San Francisco Unified School District, the Department of Technology in San Francisco, and nearby community organizations will all be participating in this job fair. Wow. Get your resumes ready for February 12th at the Hamilton Recreation Center, 1900 Gary Boulevard. Does it say what time it starts? Okay. At the other location, it started at 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. So maybe it's happening at the same time. But if you need more information, then just go on over to my page. And you should already be on my page. Scroll down to the flyer here and
take a picture of, not take a picture, but hold your camera up to this QR code right here. Okay. The city and county of San Francisco is bringing you this job fair, city job fair. All right. Along with the Equal Employment Opportunity Department, and they are an equal opportunity employer. All right. Yeah, equal opportunity. That's what it's all about. Omicron blazing through California child care providers. Oh my goodness, and this person. Yeah, I have a friend who works in child care, and she has been really trying to keep herself healthy, herself and her family healthy. But she did share with me that the families are going out, the children are going out with COVID. It is serious. The Omicron variant is very serious, and it's making people sick, but not to the degree of what, excuse me, sorry, not to the degree of what it was before, okay? So that's the good news. That's the good news. And just in case you need to be reminded about what to do to keep yourselves safe and healthy and out of harm's way. Oh gosh, what is going on with you guys have no idea what I'm dealing with right now in the background. Just no idea. Woo! Jesus. Okay, I hope you guys got that information about advertising with Clari-T Media and promoting your business or yourself or your activities. Reach out to me here at Clari-T Media Digital Marketing and Brand Strategy Solutions at Alicia R. Mayo at claritmedia.org. Thank you. All right, so let me take a quick break and then I'll come back and say good night to all of you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into Clari-T Media, grassroots solutions and human stories.
My name is Gwendolyn Brown, and I am Black. My name is Gwendolyn Brown, and I am Black San Francisco.
My name is Evan, and I'm Black San Francisco.
Hi, I'm Erica, and I'm Black San Francisco.
My hope is that Black San Franciscans realize they have the authority to claim stake. That just because the houses here are $1 million does not mean that we do not belong here, because the fact of the matter is we built it.
I want to see Black people owning homes. I want to see Black folks with jobs in tech. I want to see Black folks playing with their kids at aquatic park.
Black equity. I want us to have equity in San Francisco, and that as far as business, as far as home ownership and space. I want people to come to San Francisco and see us beyond, in communities beyond Bayview.
First of all, out of honesty from our city, from people from different districts, so that the same resources and the same support that's in the marina, you know, it could happen here in the Bayview.
We're fighting for home ownership, we're fighting for equity for our business, Black businesses, and for space and culture. We just want to bring our city back, and we want to make sure that folks know that there has always been a Black San Francisco, and there always will be.
Today's live stream is being brought to you by Clari-T Media. Support the San Francisco Dreamkeeper Initiative, recognizing and investing in the diverse Black and African American communities of San Francisco with a wide range of programs to support youth, families, seniors, and members of the Black LGBTQ+ communities. Dreamkeeper San Francisco is fostering hope for generations of Black people to feel free to dream boldly. Visit dreamkeepersf.org today.
All right, y'all. Hi, it's Alicia. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Dreamkeeper Diary update. There's some information to share with all of you guys about what's going on. Thank you so much for tuning in again. It is Black History Month, and a happy Black History Month to all of you. All right. Black History Month is every month. I don't know if anybody told you that, but let me be the first to tell you we celebrate Black History Month every month, all year. Yep, we do. We celebrate it all day, every day. All day, every day. I don't know about you, but I do. I do. Absolutely, I do. And I do. Oh, gosh. So, I am also testing my StreamYard software. I've been testing it now for about 4 or 5 days now. I've been testing it behind the scenes, and I've also had to test it live whenever I live stream like this. So you guys, please forgive me for any boo-boos that you might see. Yeah, just bear with me. I know you guys are very patient with me, and I'm so happy that you tune in. So, for example, like I have these new overlays that I'm supposed to be able to insert without covering up my my avatar like this. See, one is made for something to go inside of it. Like, let's see, how can I show you? Well, no, I can't show you because let me just delete this one because it shouldn't even be there. Okay, delete overlay. This overlay is actually sitting in the back. Oh no, wait a minute. Oh no, wait a minute. How did I do that? You guys, I make these overlays in Canva, and I don't always remember how I do it, but I just do it. All of this stuff, all of this that you see, I make myself. All of this stuff. Oh, hold on. I got to remove some. Okay, I see what I'm doing now. You guys, a lot of things that are technical, you have to learn to use by just using it, by just doing it, like this cool effect that I created to sit on top of. Now, this is a true overlay. Hold on, make sure it's under. No, that's considered a background. I don't know why they call it a background when it's actually sitting on top of this picture of mine. As you guys can see, the letters going over the top here, that's on top, right? Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? That's on top, right? But StreamYard considers it a background. I don't consider it a background. It's not a background. It's an overlay. So when you learn these systems and you use these tools, you learn to call it what it is or what you think it is. Yeah. So, excuse me, I'm drinking water. I'm not on camera tonight because I don't really want to be on camera. Yeah, but let me see. Let me see here if I have my camera set up anyway. Oh my gosh, what is going on with my laptop? It is just so sensitive. I'm glad I have a laptop that, oh gosh, what is going on? You guys don't know what I'm going through on my laptop. Oh, it's time to get a new laptop. Come on, come through. Come through, Dreamkeeper. Come through. It's time to replace this laptop. Lord. I've been working on this old laptop for a while now, you guys. But, I've been able to do a lot. I must say that. I've been able to do a lot with this laptop, but it is, yeah, overdue. Overdue. Clari-T Media is honored to be a recipient of the Dreamkeeper Initiative Storytelling and Narrative Shift cohort for Black San Francisco. That means I've been funded. I've been funded. I am being funded by the San Francisco Human Rights Commission to bring great content, great information, human stories, and grassroots solutions all about Black San Francisco, Black-led organizations, Black people, Black families, Black youth, Black seniors, and all of the wonderful Blackness coming out of San Francisco. The history is rich and great, and more people need to know about it. And so I'm here to try and share as much as I can, happily so, being my unapologetically true self. I'm happy to be here with all of you. Some shows are more formal than others. Late night stuff is a lot less formal, okay? You don't have to be perfect to be good. Your content doesn't have to be planned and organized either to be good. It's nicer that way if you have, a format, a program, or a rundown, etc., like they do in television, like I learned to do and like you normally see me do. But sometimes, it's good to just open up the software and turn it on and go live. Press record and do it, or press go live and just do it. Practice makes perfect. Practice, practice, practice. And make sure you subscribe and follow Clari-T Media and the Bay Area Mental Health Hour on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter. And thank you. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, following, subscribing Clari-T Media. Alicia Mayo News, the Bay Area Mental Health Hour, Clarity Conversations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the Dreamkeeper Diary, my latest and my greatest. Yep. Yes, sir. The Dreamkeeper Diary. That's what I'm here for tonight. So I've included a lot of information. I hope that you enjoy the information and you can use the information. If you missed anything, please run it back. It'll all be there for you. Some great information and activities happening for Black History Month. If you'd like more information about any of the events, please visit my Facebook page. Scroll on down, dig in, get into it, honey. And go participate in what's happening for Black History Month, all right? Celebrate with us. Celebrate with us. And say a prayer for our troops on their way to Ukraine. God bless them all. God bless them all and keep them all safe. Keep the people of this world safe. Keep Black people safe. Yes. Thank you so much for tuning into the Dreamkeeper Diary. You guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Say good night. So I have just 15 minutes before I turn into something else. I need to be in bed under the covers by midnight. Oh yeah, let me go down here and turn this music down, okay? I really appreciate all of you guys. I really, really do. I really, 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 really do. Now let's go into space. Go into a quiet space and meditate on what we want for tomorrow, okay? Dream a little dream, my babies. All of my friends and family. All right, dream a little dream. And I'll see you guys next time, all right? Okay. Bye.
Clari-T Media, our stories, our solutions. If you'd like to be a guest or suggest show ideas, drop us an email or a direct message. We'd love to hear from you. Clari-T Media, human stories, grassroots solutions. Subscribe, like, follow, and share. The Bay Area Mental Health Hour, Clari-T Conversations and We the People. Building trust for the first time. Out of chaos comes clarity. Clari-T Media.
Rock with a few. Drip lit like a spotlight. Just winning. Media life spinning.